Hi, my name is Luke Josephs, and today I'll be teaching you all how to process loans on PTMS. Alright, so we're actually at our login screen, and I'm going to enter my company ID, which would have been my association code that was given to me. Then I'm going to enter my username and password. And then I'll select the option login. That we're actually going to look at today is the loan tab, and under the loan tabs we're going to look at loans. Now the area that you're seeing is your search toolbar. That's where we search for members with existing loans, and we can search using different loan criteria. Now in order to start the loan processing, you have to select the option new loan application. And right here we have several tabs. First we had the applicant, the guarantor, the reference, the collateral, the attachments, the worksheet, the security documents, and reports. So during the course of this tutorial, you will actually learn about all of those tabs. So the first thing that we're going to do is to search for the member. So you can search either by the member's name or TRN. After finding your member, click on the option Select to select your member. As you can see, after searching for the member, most of the member's information had already auto-populated. So what we're going to do now is just to select the gender for your member, and then after we select the gender, we're going to select your member's date of birth, or choose your member's date of birth. Now, the question that you would want to ask your applicant is there anyone depending on them for financial support? And then based on your applicant's answer, you then enter that information under number of dependents. Then we select the ID type, and of course it could be a passport, driver's license, or a national ID. Then we enter the ID number. And then we choose the option whether it's a rented home or the member actually own his own home. You should always remember that it's very important to include permanent landmarks when capturing directions to your applicant's home. Now we're actually choosing your member's bank. Then we select the branch. So now we're actually going to select the accounts type, and then we enter the account number. Then you enter your applicant's employment information. So the next thing that we'll do is to capture the applicant's next of kin information. So the final information that we'll need to capture under the applicants tab is the landlord's information, and that is if the applicant rent or lease his or her home. So we're actually going to look at the reference tab now. And of course, your reference would have been someone that would actually recommend you to get this loan. Okay, so now we're going to look at the worksheet.
This is where you actually enter the requested amount, how much the borrower needs, how much your member needs. So this is where you enter all those information. So first you select the loan company, then you select the loan product, then you enter the purpose for the loan.
So right now I'm actually going to enter the requested amount. So in this case, the owner wanted $80,000 for a period of 18 weeks. So now we're actually going to go to the collateral tab, and then we are going to search for your member's vehicle. So we're searching via the red plate. Find your member, then we select your member.
Alright, so normally the value of the vehicle, we would ask the owner if he or she was supposed to sell their vehicle today, what would have been the value.
So after we enter the driver information, we'll then submit. So now we're going to go to attachments to add the applicant's scanned documents to the system. Normally the documents that you would have scanned and attached into a Word document or a Word file. So if you notice, this is actually a checklist whereby you take all the information that you have for the owner. So as seen, you have the banking information, national ID, road license, vehicle title, driver's license, TRN. I'm seeing that you have the vehicle fitness, the vehicle registration, and proof of address and insurance cover. So we're now going to the folder where we save the scanned documents for the applicant, and we're going to add the attachment. And if you notice, your attachment was added to the bottom. The final thing that we're going to do is to change the application status from in progress to query. After changing application status, we select the location where we want to send your loan application to, which is PTMS Registration Center. After selecting the PTMS Registration Center, you will then select the branch location. After selecting a branch location, select your recipient, then you add a note for reviewer. After you add your note, you select the option Save. Welcome back, guys, to part 2 of the loan processing. And we're going to go back to loan, then loans. And as you can see, that's the member's name who had processed the loan and also the status of the loan. So now we're going to select the option Edit. And if you notice, Miss Patrice Pommers had queried back the loan to us, saying that you may proceed. So now we're going to look at the Documents tab. First document that we're going to look at is the applicant's application form. So now we're going to view the report. And now we're just going to export the documents to PDF, and then we'll print from your computer. So the second document is the security agreement. So we're just going to export to PDF and then print. The third document is a title agreement. We're just going to export to PDF and then print. And then the fourth document is the bill of sale. So we're going to export the bill of sale document and to PDF and then print. And the fifth and final document is the bill of sale schedule. So we're actually going to export that document to PDF file and then we print. So after we print those documents and the applicant has signed those documents, so now we're going to go to the securities tab to check and ensure that all the client's signed contract is within our possession. So after we're finished with our security documents checklist, we're going to go back to the attachment tab to attach the signed contracts to the system. Okay, so we're going to select the option MISC from the drop down menu. Select the option choose file. So I'm going back to the location where we stored the signed contracts for the applicant. Attach document. It's very important to select an option from the checklist, because if you don't select an option, you won't be able to actually add your attachment. Great, after your attachment has been added, you notice you're seeing two documents there now, or two files. So now we're going to scroll all the way down to the application status screen. We're going to select the recipient, which would have been Ms. Pommels, the person that you had sent it in for approval first. We're just going to add a small note or response.